If you focus on your breathing, it'll bring you out of your mind and back into your body.
Come on. Come on.
Just know that you are not alone.
Crime today is an American epidemic.
There ain't no killer.
The system doesn't work for people who can't afford to defend themselves.
The whole neighborhood know what happened. The whole neighborhood know you grabbed the wrong guy.
I'm an innocent man.
I don't know you the way a mother should know her son.
Everyone's saying you did something. After a while, you start to question yourself.
I'll work for free if you take a look at his case.
How are we gonna afford this?
You want me to leave him?
They're gonna keep me in here until I say I killed that man. You know I would die before I do that.
We're gonna keep fighting for you.
You got your family, you got your life. Why are you still wasting your time on me?
It's not just about you. It's bigger than that.
If Colin Warner lived in Texas or
Louisiana, he would have been executed long ago.
Longer sentences, more prisons.
They took everything from me.
More police.
Everything.
I can't just pretend this situation doesn't exist.
Well, this situation exists too.
The truth is going to come out. Can't leave an innocent man in jail.
I'm gonna take you home. It's just a matter of time.
All right, movie lovers, got a special treat for you. We right here with the stars of Crown Heights, a film that's based on a true story, stuff that happened in Flatbush back in the '80s, and y'all really bring this story right to life, with your portrayal. My first question to you guys: I know Amazon has made a big leap into the films with Manchester last year and everything else. How does it feel to be on, this studio doing a film, and did that play into the production in any way?
It's great to be with Amazon. We always say they're the best of both worlds. Your film will come out in the theater, and then it'll stream on their website. And we couldn't have asked for a better partner on this. They've been extremely helpful, and they're taking on projects. They've taken on a lot of projects from Sundance that didn't get distribution. They just really want your films to be seen, and they're trying in as many ways as possible to make that happen. So it's been great.
You had a real successful career as a NFL cornerback. And what did you always know that you wanted to pivot towards acting and after your career, after you retired, or was this something that came about after you partnered up with your mate and all that?
No, I didn't know. I had done some stuff every off season. I think for my last 6 years, I had done a little bit. I was doing TV shows, did a small parts in movies, but it was always little stuff. And I just wanted to sort of get my bones in a little bit and see if it was something I wanted to do when I was done. So when I finished, it seemed like a smooth enough transition that I could dive into it, and glad I was able to do it. It's been great.
I mean, you read about castmates and everything, and everybody always speaks about working with Lakeith and his rapport on set. How did that help you as I know you've been in the business doing the TV and the game and producing some stuff, but how did that help you get into this feature mode, working with a young seasoned actor that's next to you?
We didn't get to work together. We had one or two scenes that we had, but because he's in prison and I'm out of prison trying to get him out, so there aren't many moments that we had together. But watching his work on screen, was breathtaking for me. I understand where the hard work and all of the praise that he gets, where it comes from. But I didn't get that opportunity to work with him that much on screen. But it's weird. He's right here. I'm talking to him like he's not even right here. But he's the rising star. So it's just great to be in his company. company on this.
And I mean, Lakeith, I mean, you have a. It's not just a big year. I really praise the films that you selected, you know, and the projects that you've like been a part of. And I mean, I want to kind of say you got like the Midas touch to your films. You bring the characters from Get Out and Straight Out and Short Term and everything. Like you've always like been a standout character. How does it feel to be at this part of your career where now you have like this good catalog under your belt, and I'm sure a lot of great projects coming to you now?
It's nice, you know. We've just been working hard, trying to get it done. It's been a long, interesting road. But for me, I just try to focus on the power move now. I don't really look back too much. I just try to stay focused on what's going to challenge me next. What is the new thing that's going to come through that's going to cause me to stretch myself and do something different every time. I hope that I can be involved with things that, you know, spark a conversation or change something. But, you know, I've been fortunate to be a part of those kinds of things. But I actively turn down things that I think don't connect with me on a personal level, because I ain't gonna do it well. If I jump up and do something that ain't me, then I'm setting myself up for failure. So, you know, this is my instrument. My experience is my life, is my direct instrument. So it has to correlate with that. And although I want to stretch and I want to be everything, I'm limited to my 25 years of experience. So I have to be careful about what I select. Yeah. And if somebody's writing something that don't ring true to me, I can't do it. Yeah. But if it does, then I have to move on it. But that's pretty much all I know. And I've been keeping faith in the game, keeping faith in God, and it's been cool.
I mean, we playing the Yardie, like in Victorville. I don't know how many. How Jamaican population was, but what was that? Was that like a fear to like? And how did you get the dialect to like pull that off?
It was Trinidadian. Yeah, it was Trinidadian.
They'll fight you on that.
My bad. Well, yeah, my bad, Trinis.
Well, that's one thing that the vocal coach would always sort of try to make a distinction, let us understand, because our natural inclination is to try to do like a Jamaican accent. Yeah. And he was like, nah, it's a whole different kind of thing. And so we sat down a long time with him, me and Nnamdi, just going back and forth on it, and kind of found a sweet spot. And and that's how we started rolling with it.
So I mean, let's talk about the theme of Crown Heights. So I mean, it seems like the last administration were at least talking about making moves towards reducing penalties, and it seems like now that there's now a reversal of that process. What do you think this movie means to, you know, not only people that are being sentenced when innocent, but just long-term sentences and like, what do you think the movie means in this time right now? Do you think it's timely to what's going on today as far as imprisonments and?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely timely.
You seen the 13? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If y'all ain't seen that, I encourage you, go check that out. It's some real deep, like it's deep. It's crazy what's going on right now.
So many movies and books that we talk about that we've been pulled from to play these roles, just to show how timely it is.
Yeah, man. It's ridiculous. And so, you know, this is just another, it's a shame that we got to keep talking about it, but until we see some change, I feel like the dialogue got to continue about this and other things like this. Like, we got to keep talking about it, and that's the only way we're going to sort of reach a resolution. I don't care how uncomfortable people are about it. It's something that needs to be discussed. And
it'll still be timely 5 years from now. 10 years, you just hope that the numbers are less. You know, but this is 10 years ago it was timely. Mm-hmm. You know, there are people that are wrongfully convicted of things all the time, you know, and at a disproportionate rate, people of color, you know, so it's extremely timely.
And there is a sense of levity to this kind of material too, because it's funny to us sometimes when we got to get up and talk about these things and be like, you know, everybody looking on the outside like, what is it? It's such a foreign thing, but we live and breathe and walk in this every day. Like, you asking me about Get Out and like what that experience is like, playing these kind of characters and being in these stories. For me, it's just like, I woke up and it was like this, and it's gonna be like this until I die. You feel me? So for me, I'm constantly walking around in it, but now we're getting the opportunity to express it in a way that we haven't been able to before. So that way you and all you can understand. that, you know, this is a problem that involves all of us, and the only way it's going to change is if we actively change it. But it's funny sometimes. There are parts in this film you just be like, you know, and if you know it and you feel it, you just look at it and you start laughing. You know what I mean? But really, it's an issue that we, you know, need to continue to discuss.
But I also like to highlight the inspiration from the film and the hope.
Yeah.
And just this thought that, you know, one man can make a difference, like one person can really affect change in a real way. And a lot of times the focus is on the negative, but as you'll see with Carl, he was able to bring a community together and say, we need to right this wrong, and he was able to do it. So we always like to keep that in the focus as well.
Yeah, and before we go, though, I have to get your response as an NFL veteran on, what do you think about that Colin Kaepernick has had like such a hard time getting invited to NFL training camp and stuff as a accomplished quarterback and being able to be vocal on social issues? Do you think that that's sending a sign to other athletes that they shouldn't, you know, speak out or say anything? Or
I think it would make athletes want to speak out more. You know, I think it's we're in a time where athletes are doing much more speaking out than even 10 years ago. You know, and I think seeing what happened or what's happening with Colin and even what he's been able to spark around the league, just the unity that's even come from it. You know, you turn on a game and you see, you know, guys on the sideline before the game, a black player, white player, black player, white, and they're all holding hands, you know, and bringing that unity. He was able to accomplish a lot of positive from it too. I think it brought a lot of people together, and it took a lot of guts, but I don't think it'll stop guys from speaking out. I think it actually, guys will speak out more because of it.
All right, man. Great movie, man. I really think if people aren't talking about this movie in the beginning of the year, when they talk about all these other movies, I think they would have missed out. I really loved the movie and the performances, and I think it's top notch. So thanks for the performance.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, happy birthday. Bro,
Oh,
let's see.
What? When's your
Me
birthday?
and this guy share the same, Afion Crockett share the same birthday.
You weren't gonna say anything?
Nah, man, you know, I ain't
Right.
gonna be running around. It's my birthday coming up.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. All right, movie lovers, that's it from right here on the couch with these two amazing actors and former athletes and everything else, man. We'll be right back at you on Black Tree TV.